There has been a tremendous diminution in quality of life in this country over the last 4 years. Americans don't know about it because of the negligence and the indolence and the venality of the American press, which has totally let down the American people and let down our democracy over the past several years. And there's a lot of reasons for that, and I actually talk about that. I devote a chapter in my book to why the press has failed the American people. But even the newspapers, from which you can still glean some information, under this administration have become stenographers for the White House. The New York Times and the Washington Post have had to apologize for their role in failing to ask the tough questions during the roll-up to the Iraq War. But nobody's apologized yet for their failure to cover these environmental issues that are being absolutely, this government has mounted a jihad against the American environment, and it's not being covered by newspapers. And the broadcast press is absolutely negligent. First of all, most of it is controlled by right-wing media, the cable TV, and the talk radio. And then the traditional corporate-owned broadcasters, CNN, NBC, ABC, and CBS, because of the abolishment of the Fairness Doctrine by Ronald Reagan in 1988, no longer have any obligation to serve the public interest. So their only obligation today is their shareholders. They no longer have to. They used to be under a legal obligation to inform the public about public issues of public import. They no longer have that obligation, and because of that, you have the news departments have become corporate profit centers. Their only obligation is to their shareholders, and they fulfill that obligation by increasing viewership and selling more advertising revenue. How do you do that? How do you increase viewership? Not by informing the public, but by entertaining them. And they do that, by appealing to the lowest common denominator, which is the prurient interest that all of us have in the reptilian core of our brain for sex and celebrity gossip. And today, as a result, we are the best entertained and least informed people on the face of the earth. And